Everybody, no matter their creed or denomination, is an actor. However, everybody is under that one assumption that they're being their genuine selves at all times, even though they behave in a specific way to get a specific outcome every single time. Now, what do I mean? You have a woman that needs to abide by societal standards. So they will do certain things, they will speak in a certain manner and interact with men or other people in a specific way to get a specific result. If they know that this man is rich and I need to interact in a set way to achieve my end goal of this money or this fame or this acclaim or just anything, I need to behave in a specific manner in front of this man and I need to interact with him in a specific way, or else whatever I am looking forward to receiving will not be received. And man, I need to act exactly the way this woman perceives a man to act so that I can achieve something like her attention or her time and or whatever she's willing to extend out to me. I need to behave in a specific way to make sure that this woman isn't repulsed by me, to make sure that this woman sees me as somebody worthy of her presence, right? Everybody is acting. However, you think that you're being your genuine selves at all times. How you know that you're acting and you're not being your specific self is when you find yourself bending to societal norms or bending to things that are expected of you so that you're not seen in a certain light. If it's not your genuine self and you're doing it specifically to gain the approval of others, you're acting. You look on the TV and you see Denzel Washington, you see Marlon Brando, you see Viola Davis, you see all these great actors act, and you say, wow, that's so amazing. I wonder how they're doing it. But you don't pay attention to the fact that you do that all the time. You just do it with the cameras off. So you believe that you're not acting. You believe that you're being your genuine self. I'm here to tell you that you're not. Now, there are certain behaviors that are warranted because society needs to set guidelines and bounds to ensure that we are not all savages roaming the earth and causing havoc and mayhem. That I can understand. That is set in place so that there can be structure. That is not the acting that I'm talking about. Morality shouldn't be a performance. Morality should be a way of life. If you find yourself being moral only to gain the approval of others and or to be perceived in a specific light, then you are wrong. You are an evil person in the cloak of a good person. You are a wolf in sheep's clothing. If morality doesn't come forth from you genuinely, you are a wolf in sheep's clothing and you're waiting to devour the innocent sheep that are just strolling down the path with their shepherd. You're waiting for the shepherd to look away one moment so that you can go and devour the innocent sheep. That is who you are at your core. Now, for those people that don't act in the way that they are supposed to act, a lot of them are psychopaths. Some of them are eccentric. But all the same, they're looked at with very, very scrutinizing viewpoints. People look at them and they automatically group them in a category that sometimes isn't warranted, sometimes it's warranted. And when we're talking about, serial killers and all these evil people, but for the eccentrics, people look at the eccentrics as outcasts and everybody's garbage that they can just throw on the street and not be concerned about. But to be eccentric isn't wrong. To be eccentric is simply to diverge from the norm. To be eccentric is simply you just living and behaving in a way that others are not used to. This is not a license to be a sick person that just goes around causing havoc and mayhem. But I believe if you're not hurting anybody and you're being your genuine self, but it's eccentric, I believe that people shouldn't look at you as if you are a reject. I believe that people should have more love in their hearts. But to act as if you are a good human being, when you have evil intentions for the world and the people around you, is truly despicable. Now, when it comes to acting, for those that still don't believe me that you're acting, let's talk about those people that put on an act for a raise, for the job that they want. They look their boss in the eye and they say, boss, I love everything that you're doing. Boss, you're amazing. Boss, I can't wait to work. I can't wait to work for you. But in their hearts, they hate this man or this woman. They despise this person that is above them. They wish everything under the sun that is not good on this person. But they smile in their face. They smile with the brightest smile, ear to ear. You are an actor of the worst kind. To act is not just to be on a stage or to be in front of a movie screen or a camera. To act is to simply be who you are, that you expect others to see you that way. Let me be more concise. To act is to put on a facade that society deems as acceptable. It's really funny that people genuinely do this all the time, but they don't even realize that they're doing it because they're so used to acting. They're so used to it. You have a million things going on in your mind at the same time. You pick and choose which thought you think should be acted upon. You act and smile and or frown and do certain things to evoke certain reactions from people. You're an actor. That is what you are. No matter what you're doing, that is who you are at your core. You're an actor. But the one thing that you can't outact, the one thing you can't act yourself out of is genuine behavior. Genuineness is something that you can't act your way out of, because eventually the mask will fall, the mask will slip, and we will see who you are at your core. God knows who you are at your core. In your private moments, in your silent moments where nobody can see you, who you are in that private room, in that private corner, unseen by anyone, is who you truly are. If you're an evil, maniacal person when nobody is looking, that is who you are. If you're untrustworthy when no one is looking, that is who you are. If you are kind and genuine when no one is looking, that is who you are. Everything else is an act. Everything else is debauchery. Everything else is not genuine. Everything else is fake. So if you're going to be anybody else or anything else, be a genuine human being and be that from the core of your heart. Wring out your heart of all the evil and unforgiveness and be a genuine, true person that loves people truly and deeply in their core, the way God loves the world. Be that. That's what the world needs. We don't need an actor to put on a facade to trick us into believing that they're our friend and they love us and they want to see us do good when they genuinely don't. Be the positive light that the world needs and deserves at this dark time. Thank you.